going to children's church and different things like that, growing up in the youth group, but I never really had an actual relationship with God. It was always just riding on the coattails of my parents' faith, but I never had a true understanding of how deep God's love was for me. By the time I got to college, I had all this freedom, so I started drinking excessively, and that pretty much turned into some drug use, like smoking pot. Guys were in the picture. Got involved with this guy, and he introduced me to meth. Got hooked on the needle and doing everything I could to chase the next high, and it was never enough. The way I heard about Strong Tower was in jail. My mom had suggested to the DA that I be admitted to a Christian rehab, and she suggested this place. I was released from jail, and I immediately went out and used that night. I ended up pregnant with my child, and I was still using, still living that lifestyle. I was actually living 5 minutes down the road from this ministry. Cops pull up, and I watched the door get kicked in, and I knew that if I didn't do something to drastically change or make a change, that I wasn't going to live much longer. My boyfriend came and picked me up. He took me to a place where I sobered up. I was still pregnant, and I get this phone call. They told me that the father of my child had committed suicide. I had an option to either use then or stay on the path that God had put me on. He used that situation as a catalyst to spur me to stay straight and stay sober. I eventually had my child, and I went to go stay with my mom, and I came here. Since I've been here, I have fallen in love with the Lord in a way that I never knew I could experience. I see the different times and in the different ways that He's held me, and how He's upheld me with His sovereign hand, how He's protected me and kept me safe for myself, not just from others. I see how He's changing me in the way I think. He has just been good and faithful to me. He's blessed me with my child. He showed me that this is the place where I want to raise her, and how He's not only saving me, but He's saving her as well.